Then we have Idaho and Paul Petrino. They open up at Florida. And I'm pretty sure Florida will win that game. But who knows about Florida right now.
If they were to slip up and lose that game,
oh, gosh.
Muschamp seed is going to go heat up about 20 degrees automatically.
His head might explode if they lose that ball game.
I don't think he'll make it through the season if it happens. I've got Idaho not having a good year. I've got them going 2-10. I mean, I know it's Petrino's his first year with them, isn't it?
Yes. No, he was there last year. Last year was his first year.
Okay. Well, I was thinking this was his first year. But I don't have much for them this year.
I've got them going 1-11. Their only win against Texas State. Losing to Florida, Louisiana Monroe, Western Michigan, Ohio, South Alabama, Georgia Southern, New Mexico State, Arkansas State, San Diego State, Troy, and Appalachian State. The only win is against Texas State.
I've got them beating New Mexico State and Texas State.
I'm not giving much hope to New Mexico State either. I've got they're up next. I've got them going 2-10, winning against Cal Poly and Texas State.
Yeah, they got Georgia State, UTEMP. They play LSU at LSU. It'll be a money game. They got Lafayette beating them. I do have them beating Texas State.
They open up with Cal Poly. Then I'm giving them a win. Then I think they lose to Georgia State, UTEP, New Mexico, LSU, Georgia Southern, Troy, and Idaho. And then I'm giving them a win against Texas State, losing to Lafayette, losing to Monroe, and losing to Arkansas State. And then we have South Alabama, who I think is going to be one of the better teams in that conference this year, but I'm still giving them an 8-4 record because they're at Kent State. I'm giving them a win there. Then I think they lose to Mississippi State. And then they have Georgia Southern, Idaho, Appalachian State, Georgia State, and Troy, and giving them wins there. Losing to Louisiana Lafayette, winning against Arkansas State, winning against Texas State, and then losing the last two games to South Carolina and Navy.
But, I mean, I give them kudos for ending their season like that, and Navy and South Carolina better be on their toes.
I'm giving them 8-4, but they only lose in one conference game to Lafayette. The rest of them are Mississippi State, South Carolina, and Navy.
Now, they're eligible. I mean, assuming they become bowl eligible, they will be eligible to go up to a bowl game, correct?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
They were in. There were several games last year. Yeah. They only lost by like Tennessee. They lost by what was it, a touchdown?
At the last of the game.
Yeah. So there were several games they were in last year. And Joey Jones is their coach, the former Alabama receiver. That's where Bill Clark's from. Mm-hmm. Well, he was not from there, but he was their defensive coordinator before we came to Jacksonville. So.
And I think Joey Jones will build a program down there. They're happy with him, and he's happy down there. And
then we have Texas State and Dennis Franchione, former Alabama and Texas A&M coach.
I think we're going to win. We just got to play hard.
I think they'll win against Arkansas Pine Bluff in opening week, and that's it. They lose to Navy, Illinois, Tulsa, Idaho, Louisiana Lafayette, Louisiana Monroe, New Mexico State, Georgia Southern, South Alabama, Arkansas State, and Georgia State.
And I'll be pulling for all 12 of the teams that play them.
I think Franchione's going to find that rope's not going to be as hard to hold on to as it was when he told the players when he left Alabama.
If you, on several of the Bleacher Report and some of these other websites have Texas State winning the Sun Belt.
No, I can't see it. I may be wrong, but I'm a little bit prejudiced too. I just don't like Dennis Franchione.
Well, then we have Troy and Larry Blakeney. He's been there since 1991. That's the longest tenure of anybody besides Frank Beamer in the country. I mean, he was there when I was playing in Asheville. He came up and spoke to us a couple of times. So he was good friends with Rush Probst back in the day.
I've always liked Larry Blakeney, and I think there was an opportunity there for him to be the Auburn football coach, but the timing just wasn't right because when he was at Auburn when they got on probation with Eric Ramsey, he got blamed for a lot of things.
Yeah.
But and he's done great things with the Troy program. Mm-hmm. But I have to ask this though: as long as he's been there, they've not seemed to kind of. I mean, they've always had like a 6-5, 7-4, 8.
They can't get over that hump.
Yeah, at what point since Troy has built themselves as a respectable team. In fact, they've had some good wins over the years. They've beaten Missouri, Oklahoma State, and over the years. And at what point do the powers that be down there realize that, hey, we need to make a change? I mean, as long as he's been there, you would think that he'd probably get close to retirement. But I mean, he's still got the passion to coach. I heard an interview with him on another radio the other day. He's still got that fire, but at the same time, you have to ask it what for Troy to win a conference championship and go to a pretty decent bowl, or heck, even a New Year's Day bowl.
Yeah.
At what point do they make that decision?
Well, I've got them going 9-3 this year because they have a pretty good schedule. I mean, maybe
I've got them at 9-3 or 10-2.
They open up
beating UAB.
They're at UAB on week 1. Then they go to Duke.
I've got them beating Duke.
I've got them losing to Duke. Then they have Abilene Christian. Is that Dubose? Wasn't he out there somewhere?
I think so. But I think he's back at
he's in high school. Yeah, he's at Laverne High School. That's right.
He's got a tremendous challenge and a tremendous opportunity.
Yeah.
He's down there clapping.
Yeah.
I used to see him over there on the sideline just a clapping. Had that faraway look in his eye.
Well, I'm giving them the win against Abilene Christian. Then I think they lose at Georgia. Then they'll win. I think they win the rest of the games against Louisiana Monroe, New Mexico State, Appalachian State, South Alabama game. I've given them the win, but that could be a iffy game. Then they're at Georgia Southern, Georgia State, and Idaho. I'm giving them all wins there. And then the end of the season with a loss to Louisiana Lafayette.
But this will be a good time for Blakeney to step up and do something against Georgia. Right here, that'd be a good opportunity right there.
Yeah.
4th game of the season. No love lost for Georgia.
Well, we'll be back in just a minute to finish the Sun Belt Conference. We'll be back.
Mom, Dad, this is John Kroll from Big Oak Ranch. Since 1974, we've raised nearly 2,000 children. Raising children is a hard job. But if I could give you just one piece of advice, it's got 3 parts to it. First off, relax. Nobody's perfect. We all mess up. So first thing, just relax. Number 2, realize what you may be doing wrong. As I said, there's no such thing as a perfect parent. If there's something wrong, realize it. Number 3, be willing to change. That is great parenting, because when you relax and you know what you're doing wrong and then you're willing to change, then everybody wins, especially your children.
For more insights from Big Oak Ranch founder John Croyle on strengthening the foundation of your family, visit bigoak.org/family.